I'm back on my C-Dory for a few days along Florida's Treasure Coast. This two-part series covers just under 148 nautical miles, starting a bit north of Sebastian Inlet and heading down to Jupiter and looping back. I planned on snorkeling, maybe some free diving and spearing a few fish, but murky water changed the plans. So I slowed things down a bit, hitting parks, sandbars, quiet anchorages, and just enjoying the coastline. Honestly, it felt great just to cruise my own boat again at my own pace. Part 1 covers the southern portion, where I stopped, what I explored, and how conditions shaped each day aboard the C-Dory. Part 2 will bring in a bit more action with interesting stops, challenges, and the full return trip. If you like simple cruising and real-world small boat adventure, you'll enjoy this one along the Treasure Coast. Well, let's get Part 1 underway. This adventure begins at the north end of Florida's Treasure Coast, which earned its name from a Spanish treasure fleet that was wrecked and lost in a hurricane along the coast in 1715. After my long drive from Alabama, I don't get onto the water until later in the evening. My goal right now is to get as far south as I can today before dropping the anchor for the night. Then in the morning, I continue to my southernmost destination for this adventure. The sun's getting low, and I find a decent spot with some protection for the night, and hopefully a minimal amount of biting insects. I'm fortunate to get to spend a lot of time on the water, but most of that time is not on my own boat or at my own pace. I'm usually working delivering a boat, testing a boat, or some other private work, all of which I really enjoy, but things are certainly different when I can go at my own pace. Anchor set, we are lit up. We're just a little bit north of Stuart, Florida, maybe about 5 or so miles. And start of a good, 5 days on the water on the old C-Dory. Right now, I do want to get cleaned up before the sun goes down. So, I don't think I'm going to be trip dipping in this, but I may just take like a bath on the bow or something. I don't know, screw it. Let's just get in the freaking water trip. Alright, just a quick dip. Pull it up! Woo! Alright, so we got a little current in here. Just a smidgen. Whoa, ladder. Oh, ladder. Gotta adjust it. Oh, it's a new ladder. I don't have the little legs out. I guess I gotta put the legs out. That felt good. Good way to start an adventure. I've got some interesting things in store for the next few days down here on the Treasure Coast. We're gonna find out why it's the Treasure Coast. We're going to live a little bit of a childhood dream, and of course take in the water, the beautiful sights, maybe see some clear water, do some snorkeling / free diving, maybe if it's good enough. We're gonna get into whatever we can get into. Time for a nice cool dinner. Some chilled scrambled eggs. Right out of the fridge. Not too bad. I've got salt, Cajun two-step, and Tabasco in these, and man, it's pretty good. I started putting Tabasco in my eggs a couple months ago probably, and now I do it basically every time. I think I'll gobble this down and lay down early tonight. I've had a long day. I left the house back in Dothan, Alabama, well before the sun came up, Alabama time, and drove all the way. It's like, I don't know how long the drive was. It was a long time. This is, I got here, I drove the boat for a couple hours, so I'm ready to call it. Morning. Slept really well. You know, there's a lot of fish action around here. Let's throw a lure in the water. See if we might get lucky this morning. Yeah. A lot of bait fish right over there. Something. Oh, for sure it'd be all over my darn lure. There's got to be thousands of fish within 30 yards of the boat. Oh, shoot. How are we not loading the boat? Don't know why, but for some reason there ain't nothing biting my lure. Hey. Okay. Take a hint. I'm using the wrong lure. Since I couldn't catch anything, I sat back and enjoyed watching those who actually could. These pelicans knew the fish were here and how to catch them. I felt pretty lucky to have this going on all around my boat for about an hour. And yes, I was jealous. Well, I had somewhere to be, so I prepped the cabin for the day, putting away my bedding and converting my berth back to the dinette table. If you're like many people in the comments and are curious why I sleep here rather than the V-berth forward, I made a video answering that question. I'll link it below for you. Since the fish weren't biting, I went ahead and cleaned the boat up a little bit, wiped the whole thing down, while all the fish were just hitting the top water all around me. How disappointing. But now the sun's come up. It's getting warm. We need to get underway. But first, I need to make myself an element. But I've been looking around and I can't find it. I've got like 2 more places to check. I hope I didn't forget it, because man, this is on my list and it's a very important part of my life. There may be one. Nope. Golly trip. How did I forget that? What am I gonna do? Yeah, I forgot it. What an idiot. Crap. Oh wait, I got stuff under here. Oh man, wouldn't that be nice? Please, baby, please. I don't think there's any element under here.
I mean, it's not a major problem, it's just demoralizing. I drink one of these every day of my life. But all is not lost, because, of course, I drink a double shot of the nutrients that are in it every day. And so I mix up my own sodium, potassium, and magnesium, the same ratio that's in an element, maybe a little more magnesium. And I got my own mixtures, but this just means I can't have a double shot.
It's obvious I regret not packing my element, but I understand the importance of its 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. But in the moment, the part I miss the most is the great flavor. If you haven't tried it yet, you really should. Right now you can go through my link, drinklmnt.com/TripSmith, and make a purchase. I'd say a 30 pack of a flavor that sounds good to you. Then you get a free sample pack with your purchase. Then next month, order another 30 pack of your favorite flavor and get another sample pack for free. You'll be making a healthy choice and supporting those who support the channel.
But I do appreciate LMNT sponsoring this video. I forgot the element. It just shows how much it means to me. Oh man. I mean, it's not bad. It's just not the deliciousness that I'm used to. Doesn't appear to be any good options. I mean, I have those Spindrift waters, but they're barely flavored. Am I just gonna drink it straight? Well, I've got one other thing I've never actually had before, but I've carried it for like 2 or 3 years. It's a Snapback Energy. It's electrolyte, magnesiums, B vitamins. It's basically made for if you're drinking alcohol to prevent a hangover, I think is what it's for. Ooh, it's grapey. Clump. Clump. Yeah, I bring this just in case I ever have a few drinks or something with a friend or something, but this never really happens when I'm on the boat. So that's why I've had it for years. Check this out. Oh, that looks tasty. I wish I had my element. Come on. Come on, get there. Let's go for it. Dang. It'll take me a while to drink this. I eat worse things than this, so to you guys. I'm just going to force myself to drink it. Shoo! Alright. Man, wish I had some element. It's actually a pretty good sponsorship. Pretty good spot for them. Man, I wish I had my element. This stuff is terrible. Just swapped over fuel tanks. Try to keep those a little bit balanced. Shoo! Boy. You know, my last trip, actually I filmed a multi-day video adventure on my boat that was supposed to go out, and it didn't because it just didn't work with what I had planned, and my engine quit on me. I had to get towed in. Turned out the mechanical diaphragm in the fuel pump ruptured, and it was just doing bad things. I had to get towed in. But she's doing okay now, and me and the family, we went and did a big day trip not too long ago to kind of break her in, make sure she was good to go. So I put my family at risk, essentially. No, not really, but we're good to go now. All right, let's get this anchor up, and we'll be ready. Muddy bottom. Oh no, stupid. Get flashed up. Oh man. never been here between, I guess, here and all the way to West Palm, and I've rented on the outside, not the inside, so this is gonna be new to me. And I've heard real good things about Jupiter, and I'm thinking, I got my fingers crossed that the water is nice and clear for us. We're gonna stop at a bridge and do some snorkeling. A few miles back, the water did change from chocolate milky-ish to margarita-ish, but still cloudy. So it's getting better.
The wheat breads are here. Tina and Madeira. Boarding up the wheat breads is Coast Guard Sector Miami on 16, go ahead.
No wake zone. Holly dang. We're trying to catch that high tide too. This ain't helping us. It's in like, I don't know, soon.
I spotted this beautiful classic looking boat on a lift. It's stunning to look at and appears to be very well taken care of. Then I noticed the propulsion system is actually a jet drive system, like a jet ski would have. I don't see boats like that with jet drives very often.
Bizarre.
Pretty neat.
Well, there's a substantial amount of no wake zone between Stewart and Jupiter. And we've been underway, I don't know, probably almost an hour and a half or 2 hours. And we're not quite there. And we're missing high tide. Maybe it'll be clear at the bridge. I'm not really sure. Now we have to decide if we want to stick it out till the next high tide, which is basically tomorrow. Or do we want to start heading back north? If we head back north today, we'll go on the outside out in the Atlantic. I'm not sure what to do. We'll have to see how it looks up here. That'll help us decide. Okay, 20 mile an hour in the ICW channel, starting at just 100 yards. Let's go. We gotta get there.
I'm pretty eager to get to Jupiter in hopes of finding some beautiful water to swim in. As I move it along, looking at the water, I'm seeing some color change, but I'm not very confident I'll find what I'm looking for.
Well, that's our bridge just up there. The water's pretty cloudy. I mean, it's a light green, but it's really cloudy. Next to no visibility, unfortunately. I wonder if everything is cloudy, like even offshore. Maybe it's just too rough and it's turned up. Or it just didn't catch the tide right. Or something else. That's not what I was hoping for. So we may not stop at the bridge here, but there's a park that's a little close, like right in the inlet. We'll go stop there. I think there's some docks I can stop at.
The park had free dockage during the day, and the docks were very nice and protected. I was the only one there that day, but I can imagine in season that these docks are pretty popular. It looked like a good spot to stop, so I needed to prep my lines and fenders before I approached.
Well, that went well. You know, I probably should have docked on the other side because the wind's blowing me that way. Probably should have set my fenders up on the port side. It would have been a little easier, but we made it work. I've got a little piece of gear that I've had for a long time. Actually, this may be my second one, but I've had this one for probably more than a couple years. It's a Lucy Light. It's like a solar lantern. It's inflatable and waterproof. I just always carry it wherever I'm at, so I'm going to go ahead and charge it up. We're going to set it out in the sun, and hopefully I don't forget it right here. Don't forget trip. Okay. Do we need anything else? I don't think so. We're going to need something good tasting to drink out of the fridge in a little bit, but right now, I want to get in the water.
This appeared to be a great park that was well worth the stop. Everything on the property looked to be well maintained, and there was a decent amount to explore. I could imagine what it would be like if all the waters were crystal clear like I've seen in photos and satellite images. I certainly wouldn't have a problem coming back here, and hopefully the conditions would be in my favor. This being the Treasure Coast, it made sense that there were shipwreck artifacts on display which were found right in this area. Just off the beach, I bet. Pretty cool stuff.
So I cruised all the way out here to the beach. Had a look at the inlet. Looks like it should be runnable. Not too bad today. So if we decide to go back up today, we can do that. Run offshore. The water's not as pretty as I was hoping it was going to be. Still good enough for a trip dip. Being as there's beach access, surely there's a freshwater shower too. Wouldn't hurt my feelings too bad. Spotted, they were hiding it. Nope. That's much better. Mr. Drone Pilot. Wavy boats, maybe? So it's 12:20 local time. I think I've decided to run the inlet. I saw a little inflatable rib. It went out and cut left, like right after the jetty, and was in plenty of deep water. I think that's what I'm gonna do. It'll be easy. And there's a guy over here who's flying a drone I've been seeing running around and filming the big boats that come in. You know, maybe I can get famous or something. So he just sent the drone up about 3 minutes ago. So if we want to go, we better go now. Kick the tires and light the fires! It's gonna happen out there. How are we gonna do this? We're gonna cheat it. Shoot. Uh-oh. Drone's coming back. No, he's showing a vote. We gotta hurry. Low. Low. Bang. Boom. You can't see me. Pay attention, Trip. Pay attention. Oh yeah. We're gonna get on camera with the big fancy boats. I just gotta get my dock lines and fenders in though. Do that real quick. Yeah. Okay. Alright, the drone's on us. He's up there, he's filming us. Woo, nice. Alright, we gotta make this look good. Looks like we kinda know what we're doing. Alright, let's rock. We're kinda going out and we're cutting left, cutting north rather quick. boat, but that does mean we are a very shallow draft, which we can use to our advantage here.
When the tide is running out like it is currently, it has the potential to create some dangerous conditions in an inlet, like you see on those haulover videos. When swell is pushing against an outgoing tide, that's what generally creates those standing waves in an inlet like this. But luckily, there's little to no swell coming in from the Atlantic. In these calm conditions and with our shallow draft, I think we can safely cut the corner here and head north.
That was easy. That was the beautiful water. Maybe we got on the internet. Now, what if he's filming it? Let's see. Oh, we got. He must have left it. Yeah, we made it. All right, let's get these dock lines cleaned up. I was in a hurry. And then I'm gonna get something cold and decent tasting to drink, because man, this is just not doing it for me. I'm trying to drink it because it's good for me though. Oh, Lee, that's rough. Woo! Yeah, I love these spindrifts. This is the Island Punch. I hadn't tasted this one, but a buddy of mine, Vance, told me that this was one of his favorites, along with the Blood Orange, which is probably my favorite. Whoa. Not bad. That's who I need as a sponsor, Spindrift. Golly. Don't I have a koozie? Oh, yes, sir. Now I'm official. We got on a drone. Man, we out in the Atlantic. Got us a little trip sip. All right. You know what? I don't have a cup holder. Got my way over here. But that is not convenient. Much. All right, we are rocking and rolling over here by the pass. I think it's going to calm down a little bit. Right now I'm going to pull up Argo and see what our distance is. Argo navigation. Discard voyage. We already finished our other one. Let's create a route. 13.9 miles. It takes about 59 minutes, 3.4 gallons. To have my boats like cruise speed and stuff in here, so that's just a roundabout average. So we've got a route and everything on here. And I can just take it, hop it in my new fancy scan strut. Boom. Now we're in business. Got my Simrad and Argo. You know, the water's still murky out here. I mean, it's a nice color, but it's still murky. That's all right. I'd rather run out here than back through the ICW again. Coming up on the St. Lucia Inlet in Stewart, and the chart says that the channel's not marked because the sands are always shifting. So I'm going to follow some other boats in on a 50-foot yacht going in right now. Although I'm pretty sure I can probably go in just about anywhere because it's almost high tide and we don't draft anything. But we'll play it safe. We'll pretend we're on a bigger boat, like we're doing it the right way. Hold on, is that water clear on the other side? Oh, there's his wake. Wonder where his wake was. Ooh. Yeah, that's big. You know, the water looks clear on the other side, and there's something up there I wanted to see called the baths. Let's go see if we get lucky. I seriously doubt it because the Gulf Stream is flowing from south to north, so it's going to be pushing this murky water farther north, but I really just want to go see the baths, and that's on the outside. It's supposed to be really pretty. I can see a color change in the water up there, though. No, it's not looking good. Darn it. Man, it's going to be just like this everywhere this week, unfortunately. The way it appears. All right, let's head in. Definitely see a shallow bar across there. We make a cut over. Yeah, maybe 3 foot under the boat right now. My wife puts seasoning on these burgers. She's been putting too much here lately. Ah, dang. Even my boys said it. Let's see if the Tabasco helps. Uh-oh, 2 foot. Crap. I see the channel. We're getting close. Yeah, we'll get that right there. This is the easiest thing to eat on the boat. All you need is hamburger patties and Tabasco. And you're eating healthy. And it's good. All right. 3 foot. We're about to cut left. I don't have anything wacky to eat this time. But on my last trip, the one that I had to scrap, I had some. Remember that canned seal or that jarred pickled seal I had that one time? I had some horseshoe hair. It's like a rabbit with a big old foot, so it doesn't sink in the snow. Man, I was eating that stuff. It was so good. I probably need to cut that in here because a good friend of mine gave me that, and I can't let that go. Well, the next thing to try is see if there's water in the fuel. So I need a clear container. So that's where breakfast comes in. This is snowshoe hair, which is like a rabbit from I think Alaska or Canada or somewhere that has like big snowshoe feet. From my buddy Andrew, same guy who gave me the seal that one time. We need a sport. I don't know when this was jarred or whatever, but man, it smells good. Oh, and the meat just comes right off the bones. Oh man, that's good. That's fantastic. What a great way to break a fast, huh? Look at that hunk of meat right there. It's not like chicken, it's more like roast beefish. Thanks, Andrew and family, for sending this over. Or giving this to me. I work out with Andrew like many times a week. That was amazing. There's my channel. To the right just a little bit. 3 foot, 3-1, 3-2. We're good. Golden! Almost forgot. I gotta have my sardines. Then we'll be good. This is breakfast at 2 o'clock. Headed south for the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show, which is next week. Looks like in Aquila. It is. That was the 36th. Hey, you got his spinners out. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Your spinners in. I just remembered another stop I wanted to make. And I'm like, it should be close. So check on the map and it is like right there. The Pocket Yacht Company. Let's go check them out. See what they got on the water over here. They basically specialize in selling like smaller cruisers. Cutwater, Solera, Ranger Tug, not C-Dory. Let's see what they got. We're gonna find the channel to get up in there though. It is no wake in a manatee zone once you get out of the channel. for some reason. Because the manatees, they know to stay out of the channel.
There's a lot of construction going on at this marina right now, and it looks like they're adding some slips and some dry stack storage. It wasn't too busy, and I didn't think I'd be in anyone's way, so I cruised in to check things out. I always like taking a look at construction on the water. It interests me, and plus it's fun just to putt through a marina every now and then. I cruised to the back and spotted one Ranger tug among the other bigger boats as I spun the C-Dory around. I figured I might see more of the smaller pocket yachts, but not today. Back on the ICW, headed north, are these power lines that are coming from the St. Lucia nuclear power plant that's out on the barrier island. Those structures suspending the lines high in the air are massive. I could see them from several miles away. No telling how much energy is pumping just overhead. All part of another engineering feat that just amazes me. My next destination was Fort Pierce, where the plans were to stay for the night and spend most of the next day in the area as well. There's a local sandbar hangout I wanted to see and a museum to visit in the morning as well. The trick to the museum was going to be finding a spot to leave the boat while ashore. I had a vague plan and would just figure out the rest of the details in the morning. There was a large shipyard here, the Director Shipyard. It's like a marina/repair shop for the big boys, so I was certainly planning on taking a little peek. There were a few older boats anchored out there that were in need of repair. This one apparently is for sale and in need of a good home if someone wants a little project. Then there was this large yacht. Looks to be a sailing yacht without a mast. It's hard to tell if it's a work in progress or a forgotten dream where someone ran out of money or maybe even time. Myself, I was eyeing all those huge lines draped over the railings and lifelines. I really hope they're not destined to sit out in the sun and rot away. I'd gladly take a couple off their hands. The Voyager was intended to be a marine spaceport launch and recovery vessel for a space tourism company who, according to Google, has since gone under, and now the boat is available for charter. This boat is sporting a Bahamian flag and appears to be a treasure hunting ship. Those big blowers on the back, they direct the vessel's thrust downward onto the seafloor to blow sand around, hopefully uncovering artifacts. I need a temp job on one of those.
That old racing trimaran's pretty interesting. It's apparently was wrecked or something, dismasted, or it looks like one of the amas broke or something. It looks like now someone's got a makeshift like shelter on the back of it. All kind of stuff, a little tinder, a little floating dock rafted up to it. Looks like someone might be living on it. Interesting spot to call home, I suppose. We gotta find out what we're gonna call home tonight. Right here at the Fort Pierce Inlet. Actually, this looks pretty good right out here, as a matter of fact. I want to go check out a little sandbar. See, I don't know, we may just stop, hang out for just a little bit, somewhere sandy and nice. Whatever we do, we need to be well rested for tomorrow. So apparently there's a little sandbar hangout called The Cove right up here, just inside the inlet on the north side. We'll go check it out. Tucking up in this little creek. It should open up. There should be a little sandbar back there. And of course, just like everywhere else, it's not the prettiest water today. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't with the water conditions. Can't really control it. The cove looks like a nice little spot. I got 2 anchors out, a bow, and a stern. I'm back right up here to the little sandbar. I bet it's really nice when the water's clear, but and it's still pretty decent right now. If there weren't so many mangroves and stuff around, it'd be a decent spot to stay for the night. But the no-see-ins would just be horrendous here, I'm absolutely certain. So we'll just hang out for a little bit. Wow, look what I just realized I forgot about. I knew it. Man, I got lucky. Oh man, silly me. Oh, it's good to be out here just kind of chilling, relaxing. Got some time before the sun goes down. It's beautiful.
I mentioned earlier that I'm taking this trip at my own pace, and honestly, I needed that. Things have been moving pretty fast for me lately. I've been busy, which is great, but sometimes I need to remind myself to slow down and make time for adventures like this. The truth is, I'm hustling now to create more opportunities for this kind of content, and through that hustle, I'm learning so much and also building relationships all across the marine industry and taking on a lot of different roles, all with one goal: to make better, more valuable content for you. So if the videos come a little slower at times, it's because I'm laying the foundation for bigger things, and your support really makes that possible. To everyone already supporting the channel on Patreon, thank you. You're helping drive this channel forward to the next destination. If you enjoy the content and want to help push this channel forward, consider joining the Patreon crew. Even a small amount goes a long way and makes a real difference. And of course, thank you to everyone who watches, comments, sends messages, and gives a thumbs up, and shares the videos. Every bit of engagement helps more than you know. I've got my head down working toward bigger and better content, and with your help, there's no telling what we can do next.
This is a really nice spot. I can imagine it's extremely beautiful when the water's clear. I'm pretty sure it is sometimes. But we're gonna head out because the sun's getting a little low. We're gonna find a good spot to anchor tonight so we can get away from the bugs. And we may come back here tomorrow after we do what we're gonna do tomorrow. Just put up the stern anchor now. Hook the boat drifts where I want it to drift. I need the stern to go out into the channel. I don't know which way the current's going. So whenever I select an anchorage, the few things I look for, I typically get on my Predict Wind app, and I want to see what the wind direction and the speed is going to do throughout the night. Fortunately, tonight it's going to say consistent. There's not going to be any swings in the wind, so I can get in the lee of a shore and just kind of hang out there, and I can get pretty good ways offshore so there's not many bugs. But I just want to be in the lee so there's not any wind-blown chops so I can sleep better. Also, I try to get off the ICW so that any traffic throughout the night isn't throwing wakes and is going to wake me up. So there's a little spot just south of the Fort Pierce Inlet behind Hutchinson's Island, and it's going to be protected by almost all directions, but really 3 directions. And the sun is coming down. I'm ready to go on anchor. Maybe read a little bit, listen to some music, maybe play my guitar a little bit. I don't know what I'm going to do. Definitely need to eat some more. I'm going to grab some burgers actually right now. Sweet! Are they anchored out for the night on that? Is that a Regal? That's pretty cool if they are. It looks like a center console with a decent cabin on it. What, about a 40-footer? over there anchored up, maybe they're going to be staying the night on it. A lot of times people who have center consoles like that, they don't really stay the night. When they do have decent accommodations aboard, well, actually, I'm talking about extremely nice accommodations if you compare it to, let's say, my boat. But if you compare accommodations on a 42-foot center console to a 42-foot cruiser, they're meager. Well, they're still really nice, but typically people who have those boats don't really stay the night on them, it seems. So I like when I see people who potentially are doing that. I mean, could you guys imagine if I had like a 42-foot center console with a decent little cabin? Man, we'd be crossing oceans. I don't know what we'd be doing, but it'd be big time. I just need a lot of money for fuel. Because, man, it sucks it down, boy. And I'd be wanting to go everywhere fast.
As the sun set on the first half of this Treasure Coast adventure, I finally felt myself settling into the rhythm I'd been looking for. But part 2, that's where things really start to get interesting. I pushed farther north, found new challenges, and even stepped into a little piece of my childhood, visiting the Navy SEAL Museum and taking on their obstacle course, which was every bit as fun as it looks. I also explored a local treasure museum that dives into the history behind the Treasure Coast itself, and getting to both of those places by boat took some creative thinking, but I made it work. On my final night, just when I thought the trip had given me everything it could, I witnessed my very first rocket launch from not so far south of Cape Canaveral, an experience I'll never forget. So don't miss part 2. There's a lot more adventures ahead.